They claim that this is just a casual fling, but the way they've connected with you emotionally speaks volumes. Why are they hiding the depth of their feelings from everyone else? To others, they say you're just something to do for now. But when you're alone, they reveal a vulnerability that speaks to something much deeper. Why the split between what they say and how they act? They've been downplaying your connection, calling it just a casual attraction. Yet when you're together, there's an undeniable intensity. What are they so afraid of? They claim your bond is nothing serious, just something light. But every time they're with you, the emotional charge is impossible to ignore. Are they in denial, or are they lying to everyone else? They've told others this relationship is just for fun, but the way they hold on to you when no one's watching says otherwise. What's stopping them from admitting the truth? They laugh it off in front of others, saying your connection is just a convenience. Yet their actions reveal a longing and attachment they refuse to acknowledge openly. They describe your bond as nothing more than a fun escape, but their eyes betray them every time they look at you, showing something much more real. Why won't they admit how much they care? They've said this is just a fling, nothing worth thinking too much about, but you can feel their hesitation every time they try to walk away. Why are they afraid to face their real feelings? They're telling everyone it's just a phase, something that won't last, but their actions tell a different story, one where they keep coming back, unable to let you go. To everyone else, they downplay what you share, calling it just a momentary attraction. But the truth is that their heart isn't as detached as they claim. What are they really hiding from you and themselves? They say to others that it's just a temporary thing, but the way they cling to you when no one's watching shows that their heart is far more invested than they admit. They claim that your connection is just a distraction, yet every time they look into your eyes, you can see the depth of emotions they're afraid to show. Why the facade? To their friends, they dismiss what you have as just a casual fling, but their body language tells a different story, one of fear, longing, and attachment they can't hide. They joke with others that this is just a fleeting moment, but the intensity in their voice when they speak to you in private tells you otherwise. What are they trying to suppress? They laugh it off, calling this just a passing phase, but the time and attention they pour into you contradict their words. Why the denial of something that feels so real? They act like it's just fun and games, but behind that mask, they're holding back deeper feelings that they can't bear to reveal to anyone, not even you. They claim it's nothing serious, but every time they leave, they can't help but come back to you. Their actions betray the shallow story they tell to others. They minimize the connection, telling people it's just a temporary thrill, but in those quiet moments together, the way they look at you says everything they're too scared to admit. To their friends, they brush off your bond as just something for now, but their nervous laughter and lingering looks reveal a truth they can't escape. They tell others this is just for convenience, but deep down, you know they feel much more. Their hesitations and contradictions give them away. They claim it's just a fun thing, but every time you're together, there's a hesitation in their voice, as if they're scared of the emotions they're starting to feel. They say you're just someone to pass the time with, but the connection you share runs deeper than that. What's keeping them from acknowledging the truth? They've been calling this relationship just a fling, but when they look at you, the affection in their eyes tells you they're lying, to themselves and to others. They play it cool, saying it's just something temporary, but the way they always find reasons to be close to you tells a much different story. They tell others that what you have is just fun, but every time you're together, you can sense the conflict in their heart. Why won't they admit what's really happening? They say to the world that this connection is just a way to pass time, but every meaningful glance they give you says something far deeper is at play. They call it just a casual thing, but their attachment to you grows stronger with every encounter, even though they try so hard to hide it from everyone else. They laugh with their friends, saying it's just a fleeting attraction, but their actions show a hesitance to let you go, even when they try to walk away. You wouldn't believe the words that leave their lips when you're not around. To everyone else, they describe your connection as nothing more than a fleeting, meaningless attachment. How could they reduce what feels so real to you into something so empty? While you pour your heart into this bond, they laugh behind closed doors, telling others that what you share is just a temporary phase. They say they're merely passing time, but deep down, you wonder if that's what they truly feel, or if they're afraid of the depth of their own emotions. To the world, they act like everything is casual, saying you're just a distraction from their real plans. They mask their real feelings, painting a picture that you're just a placeholder until something better comes along. When they speak of you to others, they minimize the bond, calling it a convenient connection that fits their needs for now. But is that how they truly see you? Or are they hiding from the truth of their own heart? Behind your back, they dismiss the connection as nothing serious, calling it a temporary fix. Yet, when they're with you, they show you a side of them that's tender and vulnerable. Which one is the real truth? They're telling everyone that you're just someone they enjoy for the moment. But do they realize the weight of their words? They downplay the bond, yet the way they look at you tells a different story. It's shocking to hear how they've been describing you to others. They act like this connection is just a fun escape, something to pass the time. But what about all the intimate moments shared? Were they just part of a game? They've told others that they're not truly invested in this bond, that it's just convenient for now. The real question is, are they afraid of their true feelings, or have they been deceiving you all along? You've poured so much into this relationship, but behind your back, they call it just something to do. How could they downplay something that has meant the world to you? In private, they tell others that this connection is just a temporary fling, not something worth committing to. But the depth of your feelings begs to differ. Are they lying to themselves, or worse, to you? They've been telling everyone that your bond is nothing more than a passing interest, yet their actions when they're with you tell a completely different story. Why the facade? They downplay your connection, telling others that it's nothing special, just something to keep busy with. But deep down, you know they can't fake the real moments you've shared. They claim this connection is just a surface level attraction, but the emotions you've seen in their eyes tell a different story. Are they scared to admit how much they truly care? To the outside world, they brush off what you share as a temporary thing, but you've seen glimpses of something deeper. What are they really hiding? While you've been vulnerable and open, they've been telling others that this is just a phase, nothing worth taking seriously. But can they really believe that, or are they running from the truth? They've painted a picture for others that your connection is just a fling, something to pass the time. But you can't shake the feeling that there's more beneath the surface, something they're too afraid to admit. To your face, they show affection, but behind your back, they describe the bond as nothing serious. How can they split themselves between two different stories? They've told others that they're not emotionally attached to you, that this is just for fun. But what about all those intimate moments? Are they pretending with you or with everyone else? They've been dismissing your relationship to others, calling it just a casual connection. But the depth of what you've shared tells a different story. Why won't they acknowledge it? When they talk to others, they downplay your bond, calling it just a situation, something temporary. But you've seen the passion in their eyes, the emotion they try to hide. It's shocking to hear how they've been minimizing your connection, calling it just a fling to others. But in those quiet moments alone, they reveal their real feelings. Why the double life? They're telling everyone that what you have is just for convenience, something that serves a purpose for now. But you can't help but feel there's more, something they're afraid to admit even to themselves. You've poured your heart into this, but they're telling others it's just something to do for fun. How could they reduce your connection to a casual amusement when you know it means so much more? They've been calling this relationship just a passing attraction, something that's here today and gone tomorrow. But when they look at you, you see a depth of feeling they can't explain away.